He made me believe I was crazy, but turns out I was right all along. I still remember the day I met Khalil, like it was yesterday. We were at a friend's barbecue in the heart of San Francisco's predominantly Asian neighborhood. He was charming, handsome, and had this captivating smile that drew me in. We hit it off immediately, bonding over our shared love of hiking and good food. I was swept off my feet, and before I knew it, we were inseparable. 7 years flew by, and I thought I knew him better than anyone. We built a life together, closing on our first house just a year ago. It was a beautiful, cozy place in a quiet neighborhood, filled with memories of laughter and love. Or so I thought. At first, everything seemed perfect. He was attentive, affectionate, and made me feel like I was the only person in the world. But over time, I started to notice subtle changes. He became emotionally distant, always busy with his gym routine or work trips. I would try to reach out to him, but he'd brush me off, saying he was stressed or tired. I brushed it off as stress, thinking maybe he was just going through a tough time. But then, he started to accuse me of cheating whenever I brought up his behavior. I would be like, "Hey, why are you always gone?" And he'd snap, "You're just trying to distract me from your own infidelity." It was like he was gaslighting me, making me doubt my own sanity. I remember one time, I confronted him about a suspicious text message on his phone. He laughed it off, saying it was just a work colleague. But I knew what I saw. I knew what I felt. My gut was telling me something was off, but I would push those thoughts aside, thinking I was just being paranoid. The final straw was when I smelled unfamiliar perfume on his clothes. It was a subtle scent, but it sparked something in me. I felt a knot in my stomach, and my mind started racing. Who was she? What was going on? That's when I started to investigate. I dug through his emails, his phone records, and his travel itineraries. And then, I found it. A plane ticket for a trip he said was canceled. But what caught my attention was the destination, San Francisco. He was supposed to be in New York for work, but it seemed he was right here, in our city. My heart sank, and my hands started shaking. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I did not want to believe it, but the evidence was right there. I started to piece together the clues, and it was like a puzzle unfolding before my eyes. The next day, I followed him. I tracked his phone, and it led me to a building just a few blocks from our house. My heart was racing as I walked towards it, and then I saw her, the woman he'd been living with for 5 years. 5 years! The same building I worked in? It was like a slap in the face. I felt a wave of emotions: anger, sadness, betrayal. I did not know what to do, or how to process it all. I just knew I had to get out of there before I confronted him. As I walked back to my car, I could not shake off the feeling of being a fool. I would given him everything: my trust, my love, my heart. And he'd been lying to me the entire time. When I got home, I confronted him. I did not yell or scream. I just packed my bags, quietly and with dignity. He tried to talk to me, to explain, but I was not having it. "You're going to leave me?" he asked, his voice laced with panic. "I am leaving because you've been lying to me for 5 years," I replied, my voice calm and steady. "You've been living with another woman, and you've been making me believe I was crazy." He looked at me, a mixture of guilt and shame on his face, but I did not want to hear it. I just wanted out. As I walked out the door, I felt a sense of liberation. I was finally free from the toxic relationship that had been suffocating me. It was scary, but I knew I had to do it. My father wanted to confront him physically, but I told him to stay back. I did not want to escalate the situation. My aunt, who had been through something similar, was a rock for me. She listened, she cried with me, and she reminded me of my strength. I realized that I had been living in a state of constant fear, always walking on eggshells, never knowing what would trigger his anger or his accusations. But now, I was taking back control. I was reclaiming my power. It's been a few weeks since I left him, and it has been a journey. There have been dark days, but there have also been moments of clarity and growth. I have started therapy, and I have started to rebuild my life. I have also started to see the red flags I ignored: the way he'd become distant, the way he'd stop posting photos of us on social media, the way he'd gaslight me when I questioned him. I see it all now, and it is like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I am not the same person I was 7 years ago. I am stronger, I am wiser, and I am more resilient. I know I still have a long way to go, but I am ready for the journey. I am ready to heal, to grow, and to find myself again. As I look back, I realize that I thought I was losing everything: my financial security, my children's stable home environment. But it turns out I was gaining something much more valuable: my sanity, my self-respect, and my freedom. I am not crying anymore. I am smiling. I am smiling because I know I am on the path to healing, to recovery, and to a new chapter in my life. And I know that no matter what comes next, I'll be okay. I'll be more than okay. I'll be thriving.